Everion and Bektek. Ever wondered how hackers actually managed to get their hands on your passwords? It's a scary thought, but understanding their methods is the first step to protecting yourself. In the world of cybersecurity, knowing the enemy's playbook is half the battle. Today, we're diving deep into the 5 most common attack methods hackers use to steal your login credentials. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how these attacks work, but also how to build a fortress around your digital life. So, what exactly is password theft? Simply put, it's when an unauthorized person gains access to your password, allowing them to impersonate you online. Think about it: your email, your bank account, your social media. They're all protected by passwords. If a hacker gets just one, it can create a domino effect, leading to identity theft, financial loss, and a whole lot of stress. That's why it's so crucial to use strong, unique passwords for every single one of your accounts. Using password 123 or your pet's name for everything is like leaving your front door wide open. The consequences can be devastating, but the good news is you have the power to prevent it. All right, let's get into the hacker's toolkit. We're going to break down 5 primary techniques: brute force attacks, dictionary attacks, phishing, man-in-the-middle attacks, and keyloggers. A brute force attack is like a relentless guessing game, trying every possible combination of characters until it finds the right one. A dictionary attack is a bit smarter, using a list of common words and phrases. Phishing is a game of deception, tricking you into giving up your password yourself. A man-in-the-middle attack is like a digital eavesdropper, secretly intercepting your data. And finally, a keylogger is malicious software that records every single keystroke you make. Each method is different, but they all have the same goal: to get your password. Now, for the fun part, let's see these attacks in action. Imagine a login screen. In a brute force attack, a hacker uses software that tries A, then B, then C, and so on. Then A, B, A, C. It systematically works through every single combination of letters, numbers, and symbols. This can take a very long time, especially for long, complex passwords, but for a short, simple one like dog1, it could take seconds. Now, a dictionary attack is more refined. Instead of random combinations, the software tries words from a listed dictionary. It will try password, sunshine, QWERTY, and thousands of other common words and simple variations. If your password is a common word, this method is much faster than a brute force attack. Next up is phishing, the art of trickery. You get an email that looks like it's from your bank. It's a security with your account, and you need to log in immediately to fix it. The logo looks real. The language is urgent. You click the link, and it takes you to a website that is a perfect replica of your bank's login page. You enter your username and password, but nothing happens. Or maybe it redirects you to the real bank site. What you don't realize is that fake page just sent your credentials directly to the hacker. They didn't have to crack anything. You just handed them the keys. Let's move on to the man-in-the-middle attack. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop using their free public Wi-Fi. You decide to log into your email. A hacker on the same network can use special tools to position themselves between your device and the Wi-Fi router. As your data travels from your laptop to the router, it passes through the hacker's computer first. If the connection isn't properly encrypted, the hacker can simply read everything you send, including your user and password, in plain text. It's like someone intercepting your mail and reading it before it gets to its destination. Finally, we have keyloggers. This is a type of malware or malicious software. A keylogger can get onto your computer if you click a shady link, download an infected file, or even plug in a compromised USB drive. Once it's installed, it runs silently in the background, recording every single thing you type. Your passwords, your credit card numbers, your private messages. It captures it all and sends a log file back to the hacker. You wouldn't even know it's there. It's the ultimate silent spy hiding inside your own machine. So, how do we fight back? It all starts with creating strong and unique passwords. A strong password is long at least 12 to 15 characters and includes a mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And unique means you never, ever reuse passwords across different sites. I know it's impossible to remember dozens of complex passwords, which is why a password manager is your best friend. It generates and stores super strong passwords for all your accounts, and you only have to remember one master password. To stop brute force and dictionary attacks, that long, complex password is your primary defense. The more complex it is, the longer it would take a computer to guess it. We're talking thousands of years. For phishing, always be skeptical. Check the sender's email address carefully. Hover over links to see the actual web address before you click. And never, ever give out sensitive information in response to an unsolicited email. Your bank will never ask for your password via email. To protect against man-in-the-middle attacks, avoid using public Wi-Fi for sensitive activities like banking. If you must use it, use a VPN, a virtual private network. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, creating a secure tunnel that a hacker can't peek into. Also, always make sure you read on a secure website by looking for HTTPS at the start of the web address. And to defend against keyloggers, you need good security software. Keep your antivirus and anti-malware programs up to date and run regular scans. Be cautious about what you download and what you click on. Keeping your operating system and all your software updated with the latest security patches is also critical, as these updates often fix vulnerabilities that malware could exploit. But the single most powerful tool you can add to your defense is two-factor authentication, or 2FA. When you enable 2FA, logging in requires two things: something you know, which is your password, and something you have, like a one-time code sent to your phone or generated by an app. This means that even if a hacker steals your password, they still can't get into your account because they don't have your phone. It's a simple step that provides a massive boost in security. Enable it on every account that offers it. To wrap things up, hackers use a variety of clever methods to steal our passwords, from brute force guessing to sophisticated deception. But for every attack, there's a powerful defense. By using strong, unique passwords managed by a password manager, enabling two-factor authentication, being vigilant against phishing scams, using a VPN on public networks, and keeping your software up to date, you can make a hacker's job incredibly difficult. Your security is in your hands, and taking these proactive steps is the best way to protect your digital identity. If you want to learn more, check out the links in the description for some great articles on password security. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this breakdown helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the KingTech channel for more deep dives into cybersecurity. Do you have any questions or your own security tips to share? Let us know down in the comments. We love hearing from you. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.